no corny ass motherfucker. And always make sure that most people love you. My boy Joe Blow, he on the hard track. Somebody tell me why they took my brody. On my mama, if I was there, I would've took it for him. Shit, he changed my life, I didn't owe it to him. I love that nigga like my blood, I just hope he knew it. Blowing smoke, trying to cope, if I don't, I'll lose it. Shit, he named me Joe Blow and put me on in music. He always said you deserve it, blow, not go and prove it. That's why I dropped so many albums, bro, he told me do it. They used to come from out of state and tell me how much they love me. Wish I called him every day just to tell him I love him. Never seen a nigga smoke as much or pour up his money. Never met a illa gangster or a nigga that funny. 20 years the realest out, my nigga hold the crown. A young king and the whole world gon' know it now. Because of you they say I'm on, bro, I know you proud. I never let your name die, gon' always hold you down. They say Joe Blow's the hottest in Oakland right now? Yes, he's dope, man. He got a lot. Listen, man, he a new artist, man. He got 14 albums in stores right now. You can go cop. He got that work, you know what I mean? So y'all need to check him out, bro. The boy is making nothing but real serious songs. He's putting out what he want to put out. Nobody's making him do the music that he's making. You know, he's doing it just off the love. Take a real nigga out, you know. I done shed so many tears, I'm trying to hold it down. It's gonna be hard to deal with this, I wish you showed me how. I'm just trying to stay strong for my only child. But I'm still breaking down when there's no one around. I'm with Betty every day and bruh, hella miss you. We're just regretting every day that we was never with you. You made my life better, bull, for that I'll never forget you. Tell Dre I said what's up, bruh, I know that he with you. I know you seen Boom Man, pretty black. I'm glad you're back with King Freak and Johnny Cash. I can't lie, bro, I'm sick right now. If you was here, we'd be smoking on a zip right now. Watching rap battles or some Beetlejuice. Late night cap sessions or we in the booth. Getting high, talking life, just me and you. You made it plan, believe in me, so I'ma see it through. Okay, cool. I can make life fun for somebody else because I'm rich now. Me, I'm already fucked up. I still gotta deal with my ways and my fucked up like things that I'm addicted to just as a person, you know what I'm saying? So if you really want to do the music shit, all you gotta do is just do it and then keep doing it, because at the end of the day, the people who are doing it will be the people doing it.
Hey guys, today we're going to look at The Big Bang Theory, one of the most popular TV shows in the last 10 years, still going strong. This of course has a very strong science aspect to it, or shall I say scientism, false science, the religion that these people believe in of a godless universe, a Big Bang Theory, evolution, all these kind of things. So that's one aspect of this show, the propaganda. And there's a lot of Illuminati Trannys, as usual. So let's start out with the most obvious one, the main female character. This one here. Looks like it just went to the gym, lifting some weights. Looking pretty fit there, pretty muscular. Critics would say, oh, that's just a strong woman. I would say that's a strong man, actually. Look at the waist. It's a male waist, male hips, and wide shoulders. Hip to shoulder ratio indicates this is a man bending the body a little bit, so it's got some curvature on the right, but not on the left. On the left, that's the waist and hip region of a man, and it's even got the hand on the hips to cover up the male hip area, so we can't really see what's going on. This person is quite muscular. I don't think you see the muscles in the show. I haven't watched it for many years, actually. I didn't realize how muscular this person actually was. Look at those hips. Those are male hips. Okay, kind of bending the butt out to the right a bit, but still, you know, trying to get that female hip look without actually having female hips. Now, women, athletic women, can develop muscles but it's usually very isolated, just around the bicep, for example. But this person has muscles kind of everywhere, well defined, spread out. There is no curvature on those hips whatsoever. It's that lean body, not much body fat there. And look at the back. See that low butt? There's even a tattoo of a moth, which I believe is some kind of MK Ultra kind of sign. And then you got the sloping back forehead, of course. And this guy apparently dated this one, I guess, for a while. I think he dated some of these trannies on the show. Cover of Cosmo, and look at where the hands are, covering up that hip portion again. That place on the hips that you can tell the difference between genders. And again, just to highlight this one again, even the on the both the left and the right, there's a bit of a cover up going on, covering up the hip area, and looking very manly here with the short hair. That strong jaw. These four guys in this show are the four highest paid actors in the world on television. All right, $29 million a year for this guy. We assume it's a guy. And this guy, 27 million. He's number 2 in the whole world. And these two guys are tied for third. Top 4 actors in the world on this one show. I don't even know how they afford to stay in business. Before we get into those guys, let's look at this one here. Another guy, right? They're all a bunch of guys, apparently, right? So you got this one on the right. And you can see this one is clearly a man, to me at least, with some kind of chin job, right? He's got that pointy chin, a little bit too pointy. And you can see the torso again, right? The wide shoulders, narrow hips, straight up and down torso. It's the same with all these people, all the major actresses. They're actually a bunch of dudes. See there, 2 dudes. You're looking at 2 guys right there. What awfully large shoulders you have. Holding the pentagram, of course. They love their golden idols, or whatever they're made of. They love to be on these talk shows. These talk shows are full of trannies. Every day, every night. The eyebrows, you just kind of looking at this person's eyes. You get that sense that you're looking at a man somehow. There's a lot of makeup on that particular photo there, but still doesn't cover it up. And there's some kind of Emmy awards. They're always getting these awards. Again, if there's enough makeup, you could almost be fooled with this one, but still doesn't fool some of us. And there she is after their chin surgery. It looks like they went to the same chin doctor. They're celebrating afterwards. And even this older woman, I guess she's on the show. It looks like an older man, conveniently covering up the ring finger. Just happens to be in her hair. Look at that. That's a man in drag. It's a man with lipstick, otherwise known as an abomination. All right, now either these are the most masculine looking women in the world, or they're men in drag. You make the choice. The ring finger, that's just, it's very disturbing, right? Now here's where it gets very interesting. Okay, you got this Indian guy, right, making $20 million a year, partying down like a rock star. He marries Miss Universe India. That's who that is. Miss Tranny Universe India. All right? So we just opened the doors a little bit wider here. Look at that femme pose on the left. Who's the man? Who's the woman? Who's shorter? Who's taller? Who's the tranny at the SAG Awards? The tag. Now, I'll just point this out without making a conclusion. Look at how wide his hips are. All right? He just has very wide hips, all right? That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what it means. It could mean something in regards to his gender. He just could be a dude with wide hips, That's all. I don't know, man. I don't know. He does have the forehead of a man. Looks like a man overall, but these FTMs always do. I'm not saying he is. I don't know if he's FTM. I don't know if he's pregnant in that photo. I don't know. So, you just got to wonder. There's so many trannies on the show. Are the men trannies too? I just don't know. They're all very feminine, though. They're all very effeminate. Now we're checking out Miss Universe now, India. You can see the hips there. They're trying to cover it up as much as possible. It's manly face for sure, and the manly hips. Very skinny person, so it's trying to be as skinny as possible. You can see the eyebrow ridges, the male skull, and it's an Indian person. I haven't shown too many Indian trannies on this channel, so don't let that throw you off. Look at the square jaw. It's the same thing, Asians and Indians, they look a bit more effeminate generally. They can pull off the tranny thing a bit better than Caucasians usually, But you can still see that long back, the long torso, the low riding butt. All right, now we're going to look at this white chick on the left who, even though this one looks very feminine, it's a small person and it's got wide hips, right? Just as wide as that Indian guy. But what I believe is a very good chance that those are fake hips, Brazilian butt lift. The shoulders are awfully wide, so they expand the waist too much to cover it up. There she is doing the devil horns, drinking a bud. Even that face, you know, you say, oh, it looks like a girl, but you know, there's something kind of manly about this one too, I believe, right? There's something about the face, the skull. This has a bit of a chiseled look in the hips and the waist area. It looks very masculine. Now you got Shazam, all right? Of course, that refers to Lucifer and Satan. He's got the evolution themed shirts, and there's a lot of symbolism in this particular show, actually. And in fact, this pyramid on the back of a dollar bill actually appears in the opening credits with the all-seeing eye of Horus / Lucifer. So he's gay, right? So the story is he's gay with this gay guy, and there he is holding the golden ball by the shaft, the golden award, the golden calf award. And his fingers indicate more towards a female, but I'm not sure if this guy's a woman or just a gay man. So this guy goes way back. He was in tons of movies as a child, and he's always dating these tranny-looking people. So you know he has that FTM look. I'm not saying he is. I don't know if he is or not. It's very hard to tell. But this guy, you know, he's a funny-looking guy, right? And I mean that in an amusing way. You know, he's on a comedy. He's funny. He induces laughter. That's what they should do. You know, he looks like a guy to me. He does have that widow's peak thing, but 3% of all men have that. So who knows? Who knows about the guys? I just don't know. They're more effeminate looking than the women are, though. Look at this one. This is the chick from Jerry Maguire, and I guess she was on this show, I guess, at some point. Maybe a guest star or whatever. That's a man, all right? And you do have to allow for black women to be slightly bigger than white chicks, no problem, but this is a black man, all right? That's what this is, a black tranny man, right? The waist, the shoulders, you see it all, the jaw. Just a dude right there with lipstick, all right? That's all that is. That's a man, okay? You know, in this one, it looks like another Indian person. You know, I don't know what gender this is. It looks more like a man to me. It's got that manly kind of vibe, but maybe that's just a manly-looking Indian woman. I don't know. And this one may be a real woman. And the story, I guess, with this one is that it's a lesbian. So, you know, you got the lead guy is a homosexual. You got this one's a lesbian. So either way, they're pushing the gay agenda, which they always got to push an agenda, don't they, right? Some kind of deceptive, satanic agenda. They got to push their agenda. So even if you just got a regular woman on the show, at least she's pushing the agenda, the gay agenda. Look at that. Her girlfriend wearing an Obama shirt. It's an abomination. And now you got the genetically engineered hybrid too. This was a minor character on the show at one point. You know, probably from the same bloodline as Frodo. And look at that waist. It's a petite person, right? Not insanely wide shoulders, but yet the overall package has the proportions of a small man, really, to me. So this is a show about scientism, right? False science, propaganda, Freemasonry. You know, all this Albert Einstein kind of stuff. There's a lot of fornication, homosexuality, and let me just conclude with Albert Einstein wearing what looks to be female shoes to me. I mean, make of that what you will as well, you know. You decide. So, there you have it, the Big Bang Theory. My theory is that they're all a bunch of trannies. /